We know casting is currently underway for Superman Legacy, James Gunn's brand new kickoff to the DC Cinematic Universe, a film I am so excited for because I love this character of Superman. Everything James Gunn has said about this film and this approach to the character just gets me so excited. And when it comes specifically to Superman, a new universe, a focus on a younger Superman, and just telling a great Superman story, I am particularly interested in the villain. I mean, I'm always in love with what villain they're going to choose. That's always an interest of mine. But particularly with Superman, because we've had, plenty of Superman movies before. Not recently, but, Christopher Reeves and Brandon Routh and, Henry Cavill. Like, there's been a bunch of Superman movies, but not many Superman villains. Like, almost every single time it's been, okay, Lex Luthor, General Zod. That's been about it. I mean, we've got some other Superman villains in live action in, TV shows like Smallville and Supergirl, Superman and Lois, and that's been great, but some of these Superman villains have, never gotten to grace the big screen. Some of the most well-known Superman villains from the comics have never fought Superman in live action in a movie. I've been talking about Parasite is one I would love to see. I would love to see even a simple character like Toyman or Livewire would be awesome to see. Lobo would be great as well. There's just a lot of possibilities with this, and now, with Superman Legacy, of course, we're going to be getting a brand new supervillain for this film. We know Lex Luthor is going to be in the movie, but I highly doubt he will be the main villain. He'll probably just be either smaller antagonist or at least set up to have a bigger role later on down the line. So we're going to have a different main villain. And I did a video last week about my theory, again, that it could be Parasite. But now today, Daniel RPK, who, of course, quite a reliable source, who we talk about very often on the channel, he just revealed, apparently, who the villain of this movie is. And that villain is Brainiac. Brainiac, probably the most well-known, most powerful DC supervillain that is a Superman villain that has never been done in a live-action Superman movie before. And that is one of the craziest things ever. The amount of Superman movies we've had and no Brainiac ever is just crazy. Brainiac is just such a huge villain that has such huge potential, and so many people want to see Superman versus Brainiac in a Superman movie. And now it looks like that is finally going to be happening. Now, when I first saw this, I was a little concerned because, look, I love Brainiac, and I think this is going to be great. I'm really excited to see Superman versus Brainiac on the big screen. I think that's going to be awesome. But just when it came to this Superman Legacy movie, I was looking forward to this being more of I guess small scale would be the best way of saying it, and not be Superman versus another Kryptonian like we got with General Zod or anything like that, or going to space and fighting Brainiac. I was looking forward and hoping for something more smaller scale, just Superman fighting another supervillain in Metropolis. That's personally what I would want. But Brainiac, again, is still cool. He's a really cool villain. I think it does make sense, especially if you are going to... We know this is going to kind of tap into specifically Kal-El's Kryptonian heritage, and Brainiac is a great way of going about doing that. So I think from that perspective, it's a great idea. It could also connect into Supergirl, because Supergirl is also having huge connections to Brainiac as well. So you could have that going on, especially since we know we're getting a Superman Woman of Tomorrow movie set in this universe, probably a couple of years later. So this would be a nice little setup for that. I think it makes sense. Again, I'd prefer a smaller scale villain and story, but I think this is going to be cool. And plus, if you really think about it, again, Brainiac has been so long awaited to be in a live action Superman film, and now it's finally happening. We almost got it with Man of Steel 2 with Henry Cavill. That was Zack Snyder's plan. Brainiac was going to be the main villain, but then that ended up not happening at all. So now James Gunn can hopefully, finally fulfill those wishes, make those dreams come true, and give us Superman versus Brainiac on the big screen. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this news? Again, it's not confirmed or anything. I guess considered a rumor for now, but it is coming from Daniel RPK. So very reliable source. Sounds like Brainiac is going to be our main villain for Superman Legacy. So guys, thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.